Sit, turn, type, sit. Good boy. Ruff.
But yeah, so 24 hours removed from arguably one of the biggest wrestling events of the year, the last couple of years, I'll safely say. But yeah, a lot of people. I don't know. I don't know. This is a New York Wrestling Media exclusive from History and Headlocks. So, hi everybody. This is Mike and Ari from History and Headlocks. If you don't know, but yeah, we do History and Headlocks where we talk about pretty much the history of wrestling as it is. But after last night, I felt like we really wanted to come on here and give our thoughts on the recent events. I know Jay will definitely have his recording and put it up himself, but I just wanted to put our thoughts out there because Ari very had very strong feelings about last night. I felt let's give both of us the platform for it. But John Cena's last match,
Yeah.
Washington D.C.
Yep.
Overall, the atmosphere very nice.
Right. It was
sold
rocking.
Yeah,
right?
Sold out. And the premise of last night, where it was pretty much the present versus the future, loved it. But I think, obviously, from the word go, what we did Cody and Oba ended in a schmoz.
Horrible.
Like, I knew they were going to do something with Drew, but it's also like one of those moments where it's like, could you hold back or at least give them a little more time?
Yeah, because the match was really great.
I think this might have been your first time seeing Oba.
Yeah, for the most part. Like, I've seen him cut promos more than his action in the ring because I don't really watch NXT.
Right.
And, from the moment he came out, I was impressed. Like, this dude looks like he's walking out of freaking Wakanda. He's just this massive man with a lot of personality. And he really impressed me in the ring because, he's not just a strong man. Like, he's got great skills.
Right.
He was able to keep up with Cody and actually kind of made Cody look a little weak there a few times.
I never want to assume anything, but the accent, it works.
Yeah.
Because when he says he comes from the motherland, I believe him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you mentioned you don't watch NXT weekly. You don't
right.
Yeah. You know who's down there and who's probably on the way up.
More or less, yeah. Yeah, and he's definitely, what's taking them so long?
Well, he did drop the title back in, let's say, October, the end of October, but then they just gave it back to him last week from Ricky Saints, which I don't understand that booking decision.
Yeah, I didn't. Me neither.
Because you would have thought, if this guy's going to make his main roster debut, it's the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Right, and NXT does have their New Year's Evil show where they're going to probably, they're doing a title match, but it's not Javon Evans that's getting the title shot. They're doing somebody else now, but...
Who?
Well, they're going to turn it on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they may just hot potato the belt a little bit for excitement purposes and before he goes.
Right. And Ricky Saints turned heel on Javon, so that's one of those things where they're doing now where... Feels like Ricky Saints is another one of those guys where he doesn't need to spend more time in NXT, but...
Right.
I get it.
Right.
But...
Yeah.
Oba definitely feels ready now. I mean, the crowd acted like I was very impressed with how the crowd was reacting to him. I mean, they definitely gave him like the Goldberg chant treatment with the Oba stuff, so that works
Uh-huh.
perfectly for him.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way he comes out to that little like the little walk too.
Yeah, the stance that just he's a vibe. He
Right.
was a whole vibe, you know. I mean the match was really
The
great, right? And
crowd definitely felt 60-40 in favor of Oba.
yeah, they really were into it. They were really into the match. You could see that if people hadn't seen him yet, they were impressed. The people who have been, watching NXT love him for the most part. Um, he really put a great performance. He impressed the hell out of me. I mean, from what I always heard about him, that he was definitely impressive. Period. So, um, I didn't doubt what we were going to see was going to be good, and the match kind of exceeded my expectations, to be honest. And even seeing Cody get in, the ear injury, we weren't sure, if it was going to be like, um, was it coming from inside his ear? Was it a scrape outside the ear? But when he started doing his, his rope work, basically, it was very clean, and I felt like they had really good chemistry. And see Drew come into the match kind of sucked the wind out of me a little bit, because I'm like, oh come on, really? We're gonna do a DQ finish so that Cody doesn't, either one of them doesn't lose. Like we could have just had Oba go over. Just let Oba go over.
Right.
You know? But that happened. Womp womp, in my opinion. But the face off with Oba and Drew in the ring, that was great. Like the fact that they were able to look each other eye to eye, and you hear some people chanting meat in the crowd.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing that match.
It's definitely one of those things where you know where Oba's gonna go. Like he's definitely pegged for like bigger things when it comes to the NXT crop guys. I mean, you can definitely tell who's gonna get the big like who will be Mania main eventers, who will be mid carders.
Yeah, and
where it's like Oba's definitely one of those guys. Like they kept, and I like the commentary kept like acknowledging like he's only been a pro for 3 years.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Good. That's awesome. Right. That's really awesome. And I do hope that he does get a push, because a lot of times you see some of these folks come up from NXT and they kind of just disappear, or they kind of blur into the background. So it would be good to see him, be part of that heavyweight division and compete with guys like Drew and Solo, Jacob when he's back. Mm-hmm. I think that would make one hell of a match right there between those two. Wow, like I could see a lot of potential excellent matches coming out of him.
He needs to answer one of those U.S. Open challenges of a Dragunov.
That would be awesome.
Because he's like one of those. I think when you watch him on NXT Weekly, he's always bigger than everybody else because he's pretty much is. But on the main roster, he could go face to face with a Cody, and especially last night, like you mentioned it, eye to eye with Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one of those crazy things. But hopefully, we do see him in the Rumble. I do agree. I like I said, I was trying. I figured Drew would get involved, but I thought maybe just distract Cody and then Oba could hit his finish.
Right, not jump into the ring and start beating down Cody, and even the crowd. You can see the crowd was just like, "Come on, man!"
I mean, if the crowd could, they would have stopped him.
Yeah,
like because once you saw people standing up and saw Drew running towards the ring, it's like, here we go.
They're like, oh no, like it's like here we go, DQ finish.
It was also, I think fans were trying to say like restart the match. Or
5 more minutes.
Yeah, and then Cody gave him the belt, and then they both raised their titles respectively. Yeah. But it's like, but definitely had that face. Of this is not over between me and you, Cody.
Right.
Where I don't know, WWE champion, world champion. Like I definitely think a mid card title first for him would be good to start with, but
U.S. title.
Right.
Build a proper build up, not skyrocket him too fast. Give him the proper build up.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
it's definitely like him and Breaker, definitely gonna be future main eventers.
Oh, absolutely. That for me, that's the future right there.
Yeah.
That's the youth. That's the young future right there.
Both the simply young and not 30 yet.
Exactly. And I'll touch base on that later on with something else.
Yeah. Then we had the women's showcase with Bailey versus Soruka. Thoughts on Soul?
She's great. I mean, I've seen some of her work already in the past, and she's definitely wow, like a powerhouse. But also her agility is fantastic. She's got a great look. She's beautiful, athletic. Um, I think she's another one that if they elevate her to the main roster, she could do some really good work there. And it's on definitely on SmackDown. I think she's needed on SmackDown because
Yeah,
right now
I was gonna say too. With SmackDown moving 3 hours, they need to start calling people up.
that women's division is a little light right now, in my opinion. So
Start shaking both these rosters up
yeah,
because SmackDown side definitely needs more baby faces.
yeah, they're just
And whether that is if you bring Rhea over to SmackDown permanently or just call up a bunch of NXT women. I mean, Jordan Grace is not doing anything in NXT. Might as well call her up.
that's another one that baffles me that she's still down there. She should have, in my opinion, if she was gonna be, she should have gotten like the Julia and Stephanie treatment where they were down there for just a handful of months and then straight up, like. But look at what they did to Julia. Like I don't really, they're not doing much with her. They gave her a belt, but she never defended it.
Yeah.
And she lost it to Chelsea, which she never should have lost the belt in the first place, in my opinion. To Zelina, and that was a bust and a half right there.
Yeah.
But the fact that they haven't given Jordan that same treatment, which they should have just did a couple of months down there just to polish her up a little bit for the WWE TV, even though she was already kind of, to me, she was already ready. Like she's a total package of a women's wrestler. She needs to be called up already. I see people already kind of having disappointment about it. Like, they bring her up and they're just letting her flounder around in NXT when she should have already been main roster, and that could take the thunder out of her already. You know?
I think the problem is too is when they booked them to lose.
Yeah.
So like Jordan had like her feud with Blake Monroe, lost like 2 matches, but she won the main match. But it was like then they put her in title matches, lose. So.
Yeah.
Where it's like she showed up last. Well, January she was in the Rumble again. And in February she made her official NXT debut.
Right.
Should have been a 3-month project.
Yeah, she should by like post Mania. She should have already been in main roster.
Or not, or even less. If you're gonna be in the Rumble as like a surprise, she should have been played up bigger than like. Well, not then, but played up as a big free agent where Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis are trying to fight for her. See, like give her the big offer, which showed that she joined.
Yeah.
Going into Mania last year.
Yep.
But I mean, definitely now she's definitely, hopefully, on the way up.
Yeah. Something's got to give.
I mean, other women too, like Thea Hale, Lola Vice, definitely on their way up as well.
Yeah, they really need to really bulk up these women's rosters right now. They used to have such a great. I don't know what's caused the women's rosters in WWE to kind of just the divisions to feel so thin. I don't know. I mean, I know they let go of several women earlier in the year, but with what they have now, it should still be a strong match, it just feels like they just recycle the same 5 girls.
No, that's the answer. It's pretty much they just use the same women over and over. And it's like very hard for people like you and me see certain development for certain women like Maxine and Ivy Nile. They don't get much TV time, and now we're supposed to care they have a title match on Monday. Listen, like Ivy had a good promo that wasn't on Netflix.
I don't understand why they gave Maxine that belt. I just what the hell were they?
Like I get the idea, but it's also like you still need to build women up. Like Becky was the perfect champion to have it, but it's also like you need more defenses. You gotta establish what that was the problem with Julia. working with Michin and BFAB over and over again doesn't help you.
Right. Exactly. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's
And
just
they try with the women's tag stuff where a lot of the top women are now in teams where,
yeah.
like I've always said from day one, these women tag belts are cursed. The
Yeah.
day Sasha and Naomi walked out with them, and like I get it, you're trying to be on the same spot with the men, but it's also like the men too. There should only be one set of tag titles.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. That everything
Whoever you
just
want it to be, I don't care at this point. It could be AJ and Dragon or the Wyatts.
and that's what kills me is like since I know their match is coming up next too, but like you got tag teams already established. Why are you putting two guys together and then giving them the belts when you already have New Day? You have the
Just
the war.
demoted Jay from main eventing to tag team division.
Yeah, which is fine. He needed something. He needed a shake up.
Yeah.
But
But I think you and me can agree that one's probably leading to Jay turning on Big Brother.
probably, which means we're gonna have another stale match from them again.
Yeah, let's have a redo.
No, thank you.
But Soul, I think I will say this: I was very happy to see Soul get the win here with the surprise win. What'd you
I
think?
was surprised.
Like her moveset was very impressive with the
Absolutely.
with the handstands.
Oh yeah, she's agile as hell. Like
Right.
she's great. She's great.
I think it's crazy too that she is one of those women that recovered from a torn ACL.
Mm-hmm.
That she's still able to do all this stuff.
She's so young, right? How old is she? 24, 25 maybe? What?
Right, and the Soul Snatcher too, where jumps off the top with the reverse cutter.
Yeah, that's really crazy. That's
Right.
a crazy move. I mean, I was surprised that she won. I was like, damn. And then I lost for Bailey.
And I was
Poor
thinking
Bailey.
that I thought they were going to do an angle here because they were teasing her and Zarya splitting up, but they just went with the straight win here for Soul.
Yeah, it was, kind of anticlimactic in a way.
But it was also one of those things where if you don't watch NXT, look at this other woman that's outside that looks like a beast.
Yeah.
Zarya.
Right, like a different timeline Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny enough, she is from Australia. So.
You're right, exactly. But solid match.
Yeah. Then we had the tag match, which going into this week was pretty much confusing if the belts are on the line, if they're not on the line, and then in the promotion, WXW apparently didn't get the memo that Leon was going to be on the show, so they had to change bookings. But I mean, it's still one of those crazy things to see the TNA X Division champion on a WWE show. But
that was surprising.
Javon Evans at this point, I will say at this point in the show, got a really great reaction.
Kid is great.
Dude is deceptively tall, very skinny, but he can bounce.
Yeah, I mean, you heard what Swerve said, like the fact that he gave him that huge nod and put him over for saying that he's better than Swerve. Like that shows you this kid. He's what, 21, 22?
21.
He's a baby. Like he could be my kid, dude.
He started wrestling at 16.
And like he's just, yeah, this kid has a very long, bright future ahead of him.
Which could be his gift and a curse. Because it's like, it feels like forever that they're going to give this kid a chance.
Yeah.
But title shots always comes up short.
Yeah.
Like, I feel he's going to be an NXT purgatory where he's going to be the default face for like for 5 years. This kid could be the face of NXT. And they're like, okay, now it's time to call him up.
Yeah, because he's young enough that they can still keep him down there. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
The age thing is going to be the thing that holds him back.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's just not mature enough yet to be on the main roster. Like, dude's already been on SmackDown, right? And
SmackDown, Raw.
Yeah, and he's been
doing everything
great.
they do.
Right, he's doing great. Like he's hanging with the seasoned guys. He looks great on camera.
He has a distinct character and personality that differs from everybody else on the stupid show.
Just why not pull the trigger?
Right.
Take a chance.
Yeah, but overall, what do you think of this tag match? Because this was pretty much a showcase for both Evans and Slater.
It kind of just flew by.
They did start off strong. They were part of, I think they were pretty much acting the default heels here.
Yes. Yeah.
AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
No one's gonna boo AJ.
Yeah.
At this point in his career, so yeah, it was it's exactly what I expected, basically.
Yeah. I was surprised by the one bad fall AJ had.
Yeah,
it's one of those rare things where you see him fall or botch.
I missed it because it was I guess it was one of those like blink if you miss moments, and I must have like looked down, and then I heard them saying, "Oh, he fell," and my nephew was sitting next to me, and he was like, "Oh, did you see that?" And I was like, "No," and I didn't want to rewind to not go behind. And I'm like, maybe they'll replay it. They didn't even do that, so I don't know. I have to see it to see if it was, an actual botch or maybe it was intentional.
I think he slipped. He definitely slipped on the ropes. So it was on the corner where he was. It was definitely slippery. So once he got on top, he immediately fell to the ground. Leon capitalized on got a pin, got back in the motion of it, and pretty much Styles catch him in the powerbomb position, then pin him with the Styles Clash for the finish.
Because I think that was the same corner that Cody had used to do his spot earlier. So I wonder if there was like a little bit of blood on it or something.
Yeah, but you would think before that whether they would wipe the stuff down after each match.
I don't know. I never even noticed them wiping things down in WWE matches. So
that's fair.
To be honest, they could have been. It could have missed it. It could have been like a spot, and they could have missed it. It's just enough to give him that little slip.
Yeah. You could definitely tell on AJ's face once like he was picking Leon up. Either he was definitely pissed, but it was more of like wincing too because I hope he's not too hurt because we don't need that right now with him.
No,
especially him announcing next year is going to be his last year.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It happens. Not everyone's perfect. Yeah.
And I after the match, I'll embrace. They'll do the John Cena salute.
Yes.
And at this point of the show, I don't know if you noticed the time, but it was like 9:20. I'm like, they're gonna give Cena and Gunther 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was early, so yeah.
And I'm looking behind because they go to Stephanie and Joe Tessitore. And I look at the back, I'm like, who the hell's in the ring right now? And then it's the Miz. I'm like, okay,
right,
cool. Like
wearing the most hideous coat I've ever seen in my life. Looking like
it was his gear from WrestleMania 27.
Hideous. It looks like a skin suit. Like he killed somebody in a basement, took their skin and made a freaking coat out of it. Like, all right, I gained.
That's not a real appealing color. Honestly.
Horrendous. Just the whole style. Like, dude.
Even when I create wrestlers on 2K, I make sure that color's like not in any of my gear. But
awful. Like, dude.
Miz is like he should have been the final opponent. Then R-Truth comes out for more yucks. Which I don't know how you feel about the R-Truth comedy, but it's hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah, it could be hit or miss. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Where he comes and he goes, "You stole pretty much like you stole the balls and you switched them on Nick all this, and you switched it with this person's."
Yeah.
And I should have known where this was going. I should have known.
Yeah.
But they fucked this up. I don't know if you noticed because Mrs. Mike wasn't loud enough. I don't know if they turned it off or turned it low. Because it's like Joe Hendry.
Right. But you could see his name on the little.
Right. Like everybody in the arena looked at the Titantron.
Right. I was like, I said, it says Joe Hendry. Yeah. And then he was like.
Yeah. And then Joe Hendry just appeared on the ring apron.
So great.
They both did double 5-knuckle shuffle, and Joe Hendry did his finish, and then him and Truth just stayed in the ring doing the waving, which it's time wasting, but it's also like you could have done that or given the other matches earlier a little more time. But I get it.
Yeah, but it was entertaining. It's good to always see Joe Hendry pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He always gets a good. It was almost like they did it to say like let's give the crowd Joe Hendry to give them something to be happy about.
Right. Because I mean, like with the past year, they've both been naming each other, so it's pretty much, that was probably a John Cena call. Say, get this guy on the show somehow.
Yeah, like give the fans a little something because they're gonna walk out of here feeling a certain way.
But
yikes!
And they were talking about surprises on the show. I don't know how you felt about it, but it was pretty much the standard normal people that showed up. I mean, it was nice to see Henry, Angle.
Yeah,
it was nice to see Kevin Owens make a surprise, and they didn't even say his name.
I know. It's like, hello, Kevin Owens. We haven't seen him in months, and you guys are just gonna like gloss over him.
Right, and then also it's like Elias is standing there. Hey, why?
In full gear.
Exactly. Well, the thing, it's like gear and normal clothes for him at this point.
I guess so. I guess that's how he walks around every day. I know, it was just Sammy hanging out with his kid. I'm like, Sammy sitting in the audience, really?
I felt bad for Sammy because I don't know what happened on the pre-show. Like he was making his point, and all of a sudden Triple H interrupted him in the middle of it. It was like they cut his time for some reason. I don't know why.
Jesus.
But it was like one of those weird things. But it was like see Sammy there, and then like I said, Trish and Eve were there. I was trying to think like there's really no like Randy Orton was an obvious missing.
Yeah,
which
they
I
have him in Saudi Arabia or something.
I saw this morning that apparently they told him not to come.
Why?
And he's reportedly pissed off about it, but it's also like,
yeah, I mean, did you see the clip of him with his wife? I think it was him. Omos was walking behind them. I think they were in Saudi Arabia doing promo work or some shit, and he did the whole this, and then he was like, like he just seemed very like flippant about the whole situation, like just like, yeah, I'm retired now. And at first I was like, wait, what? Hold on, Randy. What did you just say? Are you just mocking John, or are you really letting us know that you're not coming back? Like,
now that I think about it, I don't remember if he was a talking head or was one of those wrestlers that got to say like a goodbye video.
I mean, they did the segment about their history together,
right?
And he did do a little talking there, but I don't think he was part of that other little chunk where they show all the wrestlers like saying their goodbyes. No, he wasn't part of that because he hasn't been around, right? Like,
I don't know why. I don't think he's hurt.
I mean, when the hell was the last time we saw him in the ring? It's been months.
I want to say August
before SummerSlam, right?
Or after, I believe, because that's when the Drew stuff started.
Yeah, it's just so odd. Like,
but
I don't know, man. I don't know, but it was. I find that a very weird choice to not have
of all the people.
Right, like this guy, they're very close friends. They were rivals in the ring. They probably the best chemistry between two wrestlers of that era were those two. They have so much history. Why would you not have him there?
Like, I mean, I get it. Like, a lot of people wanted for Edge to be seen as final opponent because of their history, but Edge is under contract with AEW.
Please.
Chris Jericho as well. They wanted, but he's still under a deal. It's like. But Randy Orton, like anybody on the current roster that you have under contract, and it's like one night out of the, like I get it, they're doing Saudi Arabia next month, but it's like you couldn't wait the next day, or like you couldn't do promotional, or any other person on the roster.
Anybody that's sitting on their ass because there's so many of them sitting on their ass right now could have been gone. Come on now.
But let's get into it. Gunther, John Cena. I will say well, before he even came out, but Gunther coming out, massive heat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I pointed out to you when during the tournament, not wearing the coat. He brought the coat out for this one because it was definitely time for serious wrestling.
I couldn't help but wonder, like maybe that day he forgot his coat and they gave him a bathrobe. Because it was just so unorthodox.
Random.
To come out with a freaking robe on. I'm like, where's the coat?
Right. They gave him a coat and they gave him back his old NXT music. So it was like one of those. What are you guys doing? What are we?
Where's this going?
Happening?
Right? Y'all trying to repackage this guy? Like, I don't know, man.
Right.
You know my feelings about Gunther.
Made his entrance, and John Cena made his grand entrance, which
blew the roof off.
Yeah, everybody was singing. Like John Cena grabbed the camera from Stu, which also, by the way, not his real name.
Really?
Yeah, it did the thing where they panned to the wrestlers, and it was like Stu apparently is his nickname.
Ah, gotcha.
Right. Okay. But line number one, but but he did his entrance, and then he went outside to the wrestlers. I tapped them up, said hello, thank you for coming.
Nice. Yeah.
And then Lillian Garcia, which we'll just mention this here, but you had to look it up, and you're like, she's 59 years old.
I thought she was like 50. 50. So I'm like, God, how old is she exactly? So I was like, let me look it up. And I'm like, 50. I screamed, 59. I was like, how is this woman 59? And look, what is,
And
like
she
I
just
said,
got recently engaged.
what are her secrets? Is she a vampire? Is she like drinking infant blood? What is she doing to stay so young? Like she looks. I looked up a picture of her from 1999 when she started in WWE, and she looks better now. Like she hasn't aged at all.
So that means late 30s when she debuted.
She was in her 30s. I thought she was like young, like mid 20s when she started in WWE.
But
I'm like, I was 18, 1999. So I thought maybe she was like 24, 23.
Wow.
I'm going to be 45. So I
well,
figured,
at least early 30s for me. I thought she would have been like in 99 when she popped up.
my God, like God bless her. Whatever she's doing, if she has, I don't think she's had any work done. She looks the same.
Wow.
She's gorgeous. That dress, her voice, just God bless her, man.
and she just got recently engaged too, which
I know
the headlines too make it so like weird to me. It's like, oh, like she's marrying Xavier Woods' old tag team partner. It's like where to bury this dude?
Right? Just you could have given him his name. Jeez.
But yeah, and I will say it was very emotional for her. I can only imagine, but
she was emotional singing the start. The damn it, I forgot the name of the damn song.
Well,
when she opened the other one, America the Beautiful.
Yeah.
You could see how emotional she was singing that. And then
on the 9/11 show.
No, on the pre-show earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, she sang. She opened. Well, I guess before they opened the show, she sang it, and you could see how emotional she was. And then, that was cool that they brought down the old school Mike, and the way she approached it and did the intro was just that was awesome.
Also, they brought back Jesse Ventura, who it's always nice to see Jesse, but I think he definitely he always shoots himself in the foot, and he doesn't give a shit. I mean. But he made the comment who was like, "Oh, he won the title 17 times. That means he lost it 17 times. So what a loser!"
I mean, that's a Jesse Ventura line. Like he would have said that, or he would have said that 35 years ago, right?
Yeah. Well, he's like a 17 times loser.
Yeah, but they definitely kept them at a bare minimum this time.
Right.
He looked good with the beard.
Yeah, I mean. It fits him. I think also too like the one Saturday night's main event when Damien and Drew had the cage. And he's screaming on commentary. He's like, "Why isn't Damien escaping the cage? What a moron! Get out of the cage!"
I mean, and then he walks out. Was he gonna get in a cab or something like that? I mean,
that's just him being old school and not caring.
Yeah, and also I think everybody thought the same thing. Like, why that's how they end the match? Him just walking out like nothing. Like, come on, that was corny. Anyway.
But Cena, Gunther, overall, I thought it was good.
It was a good match.
Because I mean, what else? This past year, we've seen what Cena can do and what he can't do.
Yeah.
Where he's still limited in what he can do, even after all these years. But with Gunther, he was able to work around him. I did think a lot of the stuff was very timed or mistimed because you can definitely tell where it's when he goes for the shoulder block, he goes down and then he immediately gets up.
And then you can see them talking to each other a lot. I mean, we know that John he's notorious for that, but you can see them both straight up having conversations with each other throughout the match. And I'm like, that kind of was I'm like, come on, guys, get it. You should have been more prepared. Get it together. What's going on here?
It always takes me out of it.
Yeah. And there was even that one spot where Gunther was on the top rope, and then John went up there to try to put him in a position.
Yeah.
And it almost looked like Gunther started laughing. He said something and started chuckling, and I'm like,
wow.
Bro. You know this is on TV, right? Yeah. The camera's on you guys right now.
Because Cena probably was like, "We got him, brother." Well, he probably said something. He probably made a crack to get him to laugh.
Yeah, he broke him, and I was like, ugh. I don't know. The match was good enough. I didn't expect much from it.
Yeah. And also, too, if you were watching this on Peacock, or I assume everybody was watching this on Peacock. I doubt people
Warm in
watch
here.
it on
Jeez.
NBC, but the
Yeah.
cursing and then the bleeping, where I saw
No.
people that complain about it, I was like, I pay $10 a month, and I don't want to hear fucking like a horrible bleeping. Because it was mistimed. It was because there was in this match we heard "fuck you, Gunther." And
Was it broadcast on NBC also, or
I'm
just
not sure.
Peacock?
I'm always talking about what my feed on the Peacock, but it was
Yeah.
they tried to bleep the "fu" part, but it was
Hmm.
mistimed.
Oh yeah, like they never catch it right.
Never.
They never. It's always like instead of like beep, you Gunther, it's always fuck you beep. Like y'all, your fingers are not fast enough.
But it's also like, were you surprised to hear that, or like, or
No,
I don't know, because this definitely came off like I don't know, like a smart crowd. I don't know if that came off to you, but
listen, this crowd. It's so funny because not to jump ahead, but I saw a lot of comments. People like, "Oh, the people who are upset are just casuals." No, because every single person that was sitting in that arena has been a fan of this man. They were there for that match only. That's the only match they were there for. They weren't there for. They didn't give a damn about the rest of the show. These people spent so much money to go to this show. Those were hardcore Cena fans. No matter what their ages were, the little ones, the young Gen Zers that grew up with him since they were babies, people of my generation that were in our early 20s and late teens and saw him come up. Everybody in there was a hardcore John Cena fan. So they were going to be behind that man the whole time. And like you said, especially the long time fans since the AOL days, we are the ones that are the smart mark fan.
it was just one of those. I don't know. It just felt off to me because usually we see this types of interactions when we see the overseas crowd. It was definitely jarring for me to finally see like an American crowd's like reacting like we actually like, give a damn.
Because John's the exception.
Right. And nobody could get a reaction just like this guy. And
right.
I mean, I think it was like 3 five nickel shuffles he did, and the crowd were very loud for all 3. And every time Gunther would come back and hit a counter, the crowd was just boo. Like,
listen, John could have sneezed in the ring and everybody would have popped for the sneeze. That's how electric that crowd was and fully behind him he was.
Blast you, blast you, blast you.
Exactly.
But it was funny too because you know what, Gunther was probably loving it too. Let's give him all the credit too. He reacted perfectly for it because most heels, I don't know if you're in agreement, but somehow don't, or not somehow, but don't know how to react in those certain occasions. They kind of get like nervous or just like, do I just keep going? But Gunther was loving it because he was standing on the steps saying, "Oh, screw you!"
But that's what that kills me. It's like he's doing what the heel's supposed to do. There was nothing special about it. Like if so Gunther did what any heel should be doing in that situation: is hamming up to the crowd, egging them on, heckling them back. He played his role the way he was supposed to. It's just, to me, it was nothing that was spectacular or stand out.
Right. So pretty much it was like a normal Gunther match for you at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm in a minority, but I think Gunther's very one-dimensional. So
yeah, you're not much of a Gunther.
I know he's a really nice guy outside the ring, but as a performer, he doesn't do it for me. He's just not it for me. So there was nothing on his end that made this match outstanding for me.
Right. But as far as Cena goes, like I said, like pretty much it's just normal Cena stuff. I think for me going into it, I was looking to see how he would react to the chops at least.
Right.
Because it's like you see Cena, he's not the type of guy that would take that kind of abuse from a guy like him.
Right.
But I think too is where we get into the chokehold, where it definitely lasts longer than you want it to last.
Wait, it was like I saw somebody comment saying it was like 10 minutes of spooning on the mat, because that's really what it was like. It again just shows how one-dimensional Gunther is. He could have tried different submissions.
Right.
I would have rather see him try the chokehold or put him in some other kind of lock or do something with his leg or do something, like switch it up a little bit and try to find a way to make him, to find the weak spot on John to make him tap or make him pass out.
I think what Gunther too is like if anybody asks me like what's his finish, I don't know. It could be anything.
It could be the chokehold. It could be his attempt of a sharpshooter. It could be a figure four. It could be, he could have done all of those combinations that he has done in the past.
Right. It's either like a Boston Crab or the choke.
Right. And then he did this for
or
10
power
minutes.
bomb occasionally.
Right. And then, John would try to Hulk Hogan out of it. And then 2 times he did the whole back up into the turnbuckle, which I was screaming, back into the turnbuckle.
Right.
And then he did it back to back, which I was like, really? Like, it just feels weird when they do that sequence back to back like that. It's like, there's nothing else you could try to do to break out of it too. Like,
no.
In my opinion, how long that it felt like an eternity.
I will say before, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted to say going into this, with the promo on Monday where Gunther was proclaiming, I'm going to make him give up. I'm going to make this man tap out. Because hustle, loyalty, and respect, never give up is John Cena's motto for the past 20 years.
Right.
And I was thinking, either 2 things. Either one, Cena wins, LOL, Super Cena, yay, then he can go off in the sunset. He can have a happy ending. Right. Or he passes out.
Right.
Where he doesn't give up. But when Gunther got him in the middle of the ring, he keeps holding on to that choke, and Cena, and you can see it too, smiles and taps. That killed me.
That was just
the smile part. It was like,
it looked like he was going to ask Gunther for directions. Excuse me. Like, he no-sold it completely.
Jesus Christ?
Huh?
It was like, you want Jesus Christ in your life?
Right? Like, I was thinking about that earlier. And that type of visual of the smile, and then that only is well executed on a TV show or a movie where when you see that character do that smile, you're also going to see the memories. They're going to do a little montage of his memories.
Right, like you can start seeing images of like him
right
out the title.
When he debuted against Kurt. Like, that's what you're supposed to see when that smile happens. It's supposed to fade into a montage of his life and then fade back to him smiling and then doing the tap out. But you can't do that live. You can't just start playing the video on the Titantron.
But it's also too, if you want Cena to be smiling, have him smile and then just
pass out into
it.
Be right. Exactly. Smile.
But the stupid little tap out, because then also too, because once Gunther released it, he said he tapped.
He was like, like, yeah, dude, he tapped.
He tapped your fucking arm.
Yeah, you didn't feel that? Was it that light?
Which was weird for Gunther's character too, because it should have been like I told you, but it was like,
right. He should have been. He should have been like, I got you. Like, he should have been like bad mouthing him. Like, he should have been screaming in his face, like, I told you I was gonna make you tap, bitch, and then walk out the ring.
But it was just definitely the smile, and because like you said, like for TV shows, when you usually see people that they're about to kill off their character, they do a little smile, and then it's like the eyes closed, go sleepy sleep.
Sleepy dimes, and that's it, and fade to black. You can't do that on live TV.
No, because then guess what? Gunther walks to the back, and John Cena just sits up and goes, "Oh well."
And then the crowd,
bullshit.
Which I don't blame the crowd. You just spent all this shit ton of money. You probably traveled, so now you gotta buy flights or pay for your gas and get a hotel room, and you're fucking DC. When nobody wants to be in DC right now, just for this one match, to walk out of that building heartbroken, disappointed, and angry.
Right.
You don't do that to the fans. I'm sorry. People are like, oh, that's how they're supposed to go out. You don't do that to the fans. Not with John Cena. Not with John Cena. Like, you know, when Sting retired, they did it right. He won the match. Everybody was so goddamn happy walking out that building. Everybody rejoiced. Everybody won in that situation. Everybody won in that situation. In this situation, nobody won.
But it's also, I think, too, is the fact he didn't say anything. Just stood there awkwardly because I can imagine in his head too. This is not what's supposed to happen. Like people are supposed to say like, or he probably was expecting something else. But what's the next thing that happens? Mr. COO, creative man, Triple H comes out and
torn apart.
He gets paraded with "fuck you" chants. You fucked up.
No, what I found funny though was when you see them coming down like a little parade, walking down the aisle. With him and Stephanie and everybody, and Sean's behind them.
And Taker's there too.
Yeah, but the funny part is, as soon as the booing started, you could tell Sean was caught off guard to the point where he started laughing at him because he was like,
because Sean also looked at Triple H like oof.
I know you probably because you know what I bet you Sean was probably like, you sure you guys want to go this route? You sure you guys want to go this route? You know, but like I really think when they sat together and came up with this plan. On paper, it probably looked brilliant to them. Like, oh, you know, no matter what the situation is, the fans are going to be so happy that he finally has his ending. They're going to jump up and rejoice. No.
But you know what the funny thing is, too? I know you don't like him, but even CM Punk gave Triple H that face. Like Punk even knew, like, that was probably the stupidest thing you did.
I'm going to say, I actually legit felt bad for Cody and Punk when they had to do the whole
title thing,
the title thing to presenting him with the belts. Like it felt like you could see like they felt really awkward. Like, oh my god, these fans are booing the shit out of this whole situation, and we have to stand here acting like it's not happening, and we have to stand here and give this man his flowers while the fans are having a fucking meltdown.
You know what the funny thing is? I feel that might have been an audible. Because I can imagine Cody and Punk saying, "This is stupid. Why? Like, let's go in the ring. Let's give him his belt and because they were telling Cena, go to that corner, go to that corner."
Yeah, like they were forcing him to celebrate. Meanwhile, poor John's probably like, "This is not how I thought it was going to happen." The fans are not happy because John's always been about the fans, without a doubt, and I'm sure in his head to see. From his point of view, to see the fans have this visceral reaction must have broken his heart because he realized he broke their hearts.
No.
You know what I mean?
Like, this is not the lasting image of everybody is going to have of me. And then, of course, he goes hugs his boss. And Triple H is hugging him with a big smile on his face.
Like I said, he's laughing all the way to the fucking bank. He laughed all the way to the bank. He got paid. That's probably their biggest gate. And got
you know what the thing is, too, is that I like to play devil's advocate when you and me talk about it, but it's because it's like, oh, Triple H could do some things right, but it was like last day, it was like, that asshole. That was Paul Levesque out there once again, showing his colors of like, I know what to do. I know what I'm doing. And it's like, because you can imagine seeing the whispers like, that didn't go right. And then Triple H's like, ha, 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 ha.
Ha, 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 we got paid. Who cares? And then it's like, and then he really showed that during the post show when they're sitting there. And he was, again, I know I used this word earlier. He was so flippant to the fans who were so openly upset. And instead he mocks their reaction.
Yeah, they're doing this, and he goes, "Oh,
and he does that right back to them." Right. Yeah, but he literally did this back to them, like not literally, but like figuratively. He did this, like "fuck you guys."
I was about to say, "Where's that part?" I don't have to go back and watch that.
Like the way he reacted and approached it was basically a "fuck you" to the fans.
Yeah, but did you hear him when people giving him the middle finger? Like, people must be fans of the bloodline.
Yeah, it's like, and then I thought it was gonna be worse than this. Like, dude, really? Like, you're just shitting all over the fans. Like, the fans are showing you a genuine emotion and reaction to what you guys did, and you're acting like it's no fucking big deal. Because to you, it's not a big deal because you got your pockets lined.
You know what the telling part was when they were playing the video, and there were certain points when you could hear the crowd react. When Vince showed up in the video, he got cheered.
And they're like, bring him back! He never would have done this!
And apparently there were "We want Vince" chants.
Like, I mean, I agree. Vince would not have done it like this. I think Vince would have let John win.
I think this whole year would have been definitely done different. Where because John Cena's done interviews, where he said like, "Oh, I wanted to do 220 days,"
Yes.
and WWE came back to me with 36.
Like, how do you go from 220 days to a month's worth of days in a year? Like, imagine how much more could have been accomplished if he would have had at least half of what he wanted. If he would have had 110 days or something.
Yeah.
Like,
and you and me are going to do a Cena episode. We're going to do a couple Cena episodes, I think, just to clarify for everybody where we're going to do his whole career retrospective, and we're going to do a special how we would book retirement tour Cena. Yeah, I think this past year has been very up and down, where there was no creative. There was definitely nothing set in stone. It was just, okay, let's see what the fuck happens this week.
They were throwing shit on the wall, see what it stuck.
And I blame we can blame a lot of people. Like Triple H is definitely one of them, where he could have handled it a little better. But it's also, I blame The Rock, because if he wants to get himself involved in storylines, see it through.
The only thing with the fact that he, sure, see it through, but at the same time, they didn't let him see it through. You know what I mean? They didn't let him see it
because The Rock just gave up. The Rock just said, "Oh, that's fine for now. Let's see if they can handle the rest." I mean, then we can't.
For me, that just showed that he had the confidence in John. But he never wanted John to be the heel in the first place. He wanted Cody to be the heel. But Triple H
Dwayne, shut the fuck up.
But that's the thing. He was right. John should have never turned heel. No. Honestly, Cody should have been the one to turn heel on John, to give John that extra oomph and to give it something fresh and different for Cody, because he's been stale as hell. You know.
Also, too, don't involve a rapper.
Yeah, that was stupid as fuck. That was a stupid plan. But then Hunter wanted John to be the heel. TKO wanted something different from John, which I kind of understand, but nobody wanted that. And then when the fans tried to treat him like a heel, they just didn't want to.
No, they didn't want, because it's hard to boo this man after all this time. Where you could have turned them heel, say 2012, 2013.
Right.
That would have been the perfect time to do it. And also he was ready for it. He had gear, man, new music ready. But Vince got cold feet and said, never mind.
Right. Yeah, it was
10 years too late.
They never should have went that route. If they're going to have anyone turn heel, it should have been whoever was wrestling John. Whoever wrestled John, no matter who they are right now, should have been playing the heel throughout the entire tournament. Like Randy should have played the heel for a little bit. No. We had Drew obviously playing the heel.
Also the matchups too. You could have booked it a little better.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like. It just there was so much that they could have done, and they just, I don't know, they half-assed the whole thing. Right. Like John deserved better than this. The fans deserved way better than this. And
it's one of those moments where I look at WWE, I say, you should have done what AEW did. Look at what they did for Sting.
My God, like obviously nobody was watching that.
I think it's safe to say Sting has had Sting got the best retirement treatment of any wrestler in the business.
It was beautiful. It was so respectful and
he went out on top.
Right. And he's one of the very best to do it. And he had initially retired, right? But then he was able to come back, and they gave him the proper send-off, because nobody wants to see a wrestler retire because he's injured and he just can't do it anymore. Right? People want to see them ride off into the sunset.
Right. And unfortunately, ball's back in Cena's court, because it's either you go out like this and you take it for what it was, or you go back on your word and you come back for one more match.
Right, and it's
which I don't think that's going to be him. I think he's true to his conviction of this is it.
Come back. That's it. Like, it is what it is. They can't walk it back. They can't redo it. He's not going to let that happen. He's not. He's going to be like, that's it, guys. Like, this is what we agreed to, and that's it. I'm done. And if this was the outcome, I feel awful, but
it's also, too, we have to also, this is 24 hours later, and also it could be a thing of, if it wasn't Triple H's idea, maybe this was Cena's idea. We'll
that's what people were saying. People were saying, oh, but this was how he wanted it. And maybe, like I said, maybe he just thought it was going to come off differently on paper,
Right.
as to how it really did come off in real time, and that's why he looked so disappointed. Like, he looked disappointed. He didn't look sad because he was done. He looked sad because the fans just did not like what they saw.
He didn't want the first thing to hear is boos.
And I feel like this is going to haunt him.
Yeah.
Maybe not the other people, but it's going to haunt him.
Because you could definitely tell on his face too, where it was like he was trying to put a smile on his face, but it's also like he had a sour look on his face for the rest of the thing. Because then he took his shoes off, he took the armbands off,
yeah.
He did one final salute, and he said
the bow,
goodbye.
Yeah, he just looked so like despondent, like so disappointed, so let down with himself.
Yeah,
not let down with the fans. He's let down. He feels like he let himself down because he let the fans down.
Because in his mind, he probably definitely done more. But now it's also, let's look at the other side of this before we close out. But Gunther now has retired both Bill Goldberg and John Cena.
Yeah.
Career killer, legend killer gimmick now for
Please no.
For the 40-year-old man that is already over.
And that's another thing. Like, people in commenting, oh, but that was his way of putting over the youth. What youth? The man is pushing 40. The youth is what we were talking about earlier. Obafemi, Javon. 20-something year olds. Hell, I was even telling Francisco, like, had they did the proper thing with Austin Theory, give him the proper push. He already had history with Cena, right? They already had their little feud earlier in the year. They could have kept that going as a long-term thing in the background, and had they given him the right push. If you're
pushing this kid properly, and then you do this tournament, and he was the one to say, like, I'm the fucking... Or hell, Dominic Mysterio.
Even Dominic. But
he has a win too, but his win doesn't mean anything now.
Thank you.
WWE has a youth problem. Where the youth is staring you in the face, but it's also like, what are you talking about? Jey Uso, 40 years old. Gunther, 40 years old. Rollins, Punk, 47. Like, different age.
Punk's the same age as freaking Cena.
But this also confirms now in my mind. I saw this too on Twitter and Instagram. But when AJ retires, call up Gunther.
No.
But also, I want to see that match, but it's gonna be like, I don't want to see it for that reason.
I don't want to. I just no. Like, no. Like, I don't want to see Gunther retire anyone else. That's it. Done. We're done. Because he doesn't gain anything from it.
He's multiple world champion, longest reigning Intercontinental champion.
He gains nothing from this. He gained absolutely nothing from this because he's already accomplished so much.
Hell, even if, say, they give the spot to LA Knight, it would have been something to push the guy.
Right. And if they would have given John more dates, can you imagine the promo work those two would have done together?
Yeah.
So leading up to a match, and they never even had a match.
Overall, wet fart, but I don't know. I wouldn't say wet fart, but it was just very disappointing.
Yeah, I just feel so bad for the fans. Like, I do. I know somebody who went all the way out there, and she was so, like, disappointed, and she said she cried. We've
been seeing for months what these prices are. Just the fact that if you paid a ticket and you were there live, you definitely got gypped, got sad.
And she sent me a photo from her view, and it was a fantastic seat. And I don't even know what she spent. She joked and said that she sold an organ and had to take a mortgage out just to buy the ticket. And I can't even, now seeing the view that she had to have spent a pretty penny. And then having to drive down to DC. She even got new tires on her car to make sure that she had, because the tires on her car were already, like, worn out. So she was like, let me get them done now before something happens on a long trip down to DC. So, that's a pretty penny right there. Then having to spend money on a whole... She couldn't even go to, like, she wanted to come with us to Full Gear. And she didn't because she just couldn't afford it.
She was saving up.
Yeah. She was like, I can't drop the cash right now. Even if it wasn't that much, she just felt like she couldn't do it because she had dropped half a year's salary just to go see this.
Well,
It's somebody was like, he should just go to AEW. He'll get the right send off there. That'll never happen, obviously, because he still has the ambassador contract. But
and even like, no, I mean, I knew they were gonna give this man time afterwards, but it's also like, no special taker be like, oh, by the way, Hall of Fame 2026.
Right?
Nothing.
Hopefully they'll announce something during that season, but
right now Stephanie's the only one, and I don't see her being the headliner. The headliner either has to be Cena or Batista.
Right.
Because Batista hasn't been in the Hall of Fame yet.
Right.
He was supposed to go in 2020.
Yes. Yeah.
But
yeah. It's just
just a lot of years. Yep.
Yeah. And they're not positive years. It's just, it was disappointing. I didn't expect much from the show at all, but that was just the worst outcome that we could have seen.
And you made a bold statement last night.
Which one? I made a lot of bold statements.
This is the last WWE show you're gonna watch
for a long time. Like I said, I haven't really been in tune, but I was tuning in the last few weeks because it was leading up to John's last match. So I just wanted to see, what they were doing with the tournament and stuff.
Right. Which could have done better too. Let's admit that too.
Yeah, but like overall, what I'm seeing, there's nothing overall with WWE's product right now that's making me want to continue watching. I hate to say it. I really do hate to say it, but there's nothing compelling. There's nothing interesting. Everything's just like they're phoning it in. Everybody looks like they're phoning it in at this point because they feel like, well, we're getting paid anyway, so who cares how much we do because they're still going to show up. That's how I feel like they're all doing it. Whereas if you tune into the other guys, they're giving you some really cool shit right now. And then hopefully with TNA in a month, once they're on AMC, I just stop being WWE light and be what you guys were 20-something years ago when you first came on the scene, an actual legit competitor.
Right.
Please.
Well, just be another safe alternative. That's all anybody wants.
Yeah. Stop writing WWE's coattails. Y'all don't need them anymore. Like you don't need them. You don't need them. Because they're just sucking the life out of you guys too.
Oh, we'll take Joe Hendry, but you guys get a TV deal. Good for you. Okay.
Yeah. We'll take your most popular star right now. We're just taking all your popular stars.
Which means I think Slater his time on NXT is going to be winding down, which is still weird to see him on NXT. And they treat him like he's on the roster, which is I don't understand that.
Considering they let him go, right?
Well, he's still the X Division champion.
Right.
Right. It's like, oh, like you're here on NXT and then you're gonna be gone in a month.
Right. It's just I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. But this was definitely very depressing for a thing that was going to be depressing already going into it. Where it's like you said, generations grew up watching Cena, especially for me.
Yeah.
And it was like very, very ended with a whimper.
Yeah, it's just like you said, we knew that it was going to be very bittersweet and very sad because he was gone. Right. At least give people something to be happy about.
Right.
Come on.
And then just afterwards with the post show, pretty much everybody booing, the announcers trying their best.
Chanting AEW.
Tony Khan, there was one of those moments where it's like Tony Khan should stay off Twitter, but that last night should have been the moment for him to say, or at least hold on.
We'll give you what you want.
Not go on Twitter and start bragging, but you can definitely tell in his house he's doing laps in his fucking house. Like we're gonna win. We're gonna win this war.
Yeah, but it could have been the right opportunity for him to pop on and start promoting, Dynamite. And also, I'll say I was very happy. I remember the Collision was on in the afternoon because it was a really great episode of Collision. So at least
they knew better not to run head to head with this.
I mean, and also they were in the UK, so it was going to be an earlier show by default, I think. But and
they announced 2 good main events for their next show, which I'm looking forward to.
And just the show itself. I mean, you start off with Swerve versus Josh Alexander. God damn. fantastic. It was a great show, and like you said, they're already announcing those matches. We're getting the part 2 of the trios match. I mean, the 3-man match.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's for another. Well, that's for another discussion.
Yeah,
but as far as it says, we're closing out here. This is so. Direct WrestleMania exclusive from History and Headlocks starts on the John Cena's last match.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if everybody is not like worried or anything, just because Ari's not going to be watching WWE doesn't mean the show's over.
No, because
right.
Our focus is the history of everything. So
Right.
I mean, I'll still have. I'm pretty sure I'll still see stuff on social media, highlights and clips, and people reviewing their stuff on YouTube, and then I'll be like, oh, yeah. But other than that, I'm just not giving them my lifetime anymore.
Yeah. If you want to follow us, our handles are on the screen for everybody to see and read. Next History and Headlocks episode is going to be a special one where it's going to be holiday fun, where we react to wrestling holiday clips. Depending how good or bad they are, we'll see.
A lot of them are bad.
God help us, whatever they're going to be. Because if you've seen our old episodes where we reacted to Japanese commercials or all those other fun stuff, it's definitely going to be one of those types of episodes. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
But everybody have a good day, and I guess the final word to say is thank you, Cena.
Yeah, thank you, Cena, no matter what.
Yep.
Sit, turn, type, sit. Good boy. Ruff.